Yes. What do you do about that big thing Robin called adopted? That clue package didn't necessarily.
Did that work? That changed nothing. Okay. I thought maybe that would have changed. Oh, that was fancy.
Got it. It was fancy. I was like, "Ooh, who's that voice?"
Carrie Steller with In the Girls Corner, and I am here speaking with my friend Mitzi the Molar Merry. How are you?
I am doing awesome. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been a while.
I know it's been too long, I have to say.
Not as long as the time before that. So
I know. That makes me sad though. I was like, I wish I could, actually be closer to you where we could actually hang out.
I know. You never know. You never know. With the way the world's going and everything, who the heck knows?
That's true. Very true.
There's definitely a part of me that, like, when I can, I'd love to get out of New York. It's not, I don't like it here anymore.
Yeah, you definitely need to go venture out and see what's out there.
I don't like it here. It's terrible. It's like, oh God, the city's worse. Thank God I'm out on the island, so I don't really have that problem. But
that's good. That's good. Yeah, I've heard nothing but bad. So I'm glad you're not in the midst of all that. So
no, we're actually like really lucky out here. And oddly enough, we had like elections yesterday and things went very well for us. So
that's good.
Out here, it went very, very well. I was like, thank God.
Yay.
So, okay, you have a big fight coming up tomorrow. No,
yes.
Weigh-ins. You have it coming up on Friday.
Yes. I'm fighting for Martial Combat League. It's a pretty new promotion, and actually my new coach, Dylan Smith out of Shawmat, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He is the promoter. And I'm super excited. This is going to be their second show. And I'm the main event. So it's exciting.
Awesome. Now you are fighting again, Erica Torres. You fought her a while ago and won. So This is, this is going to be, what do they call it? I can't remember what they call it, where it's like, you win again.
It's the second one. Yeah. It's not the rubber match.
That's how
maybe.
Yeah.
It's a rematch. She's tried to rematch me, I think on 2 different occasions, but it was just like, it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
Because she was going to step in and fill in a spot for one of my opponents that got injured, and it was like last minute, but then something with the commission, it didn't work out. But to me, it's like a new girl. So because it was 4 years ago when we first fought.
It was a while.
So I'm not looking at her like, oh, because I beat you. Like, no, she's a new girl. I'm sure she has gotten, so much better and learned so many new things, kind of like me. Like we evolve. So yeah, I am looking at her like she's a new opponent, and I'm not taking it lightly. So
as you shouldn't. So I think
right.
That's a wonderful thing. And yeah, I had seen that. I said, I'm so excited. I mean, this is like, it's great seeing somebody, fight somebody again, because she's going to be hungry for the win and you're going to be hungry to beat her. So it's like, it's going to be a fun fight to watch. Where is this fight going to be aired?
Well, it's on Martial Combat League, their link. It'll be aired on that. I can't remember like the actual link itself, but if you go to my Facebook page, you'll find it on there. Or Martial Combat League, you'll find it on that. And it's going to be in Enid, Oklahoma at the Stride Event Center.
So, okay. Now you have a new coach. You're fighting at a new gym?
I'm fighting at I'm training with a couple. So I am training with Julia Vila out of her gym, Outsiders Combat Club. She got a new gym this last year. Well, I mean, it's actually been this year. I blur everything together. So she opened up her gym, and she will actually be in my corner, and I'm really excited about that. And then obviously my other coach, Dylan, he can't be in the corner because, a conflict of interest being the promoter, and you can't really corner your fighter.
Yeah,
So,
you're not supposed to do that.
yeah, not supposed to. That's happened before. Actually, when I first fought Erica, Lovato Senior was my coach, and he couldn't corner me because he was the owner of the promotion Primus. So it's just like, yeah, I'm used to it. It's okay.
All right. I mean, you know what? What's a problem? What's a little bit of a problem that's not going to be something that you can't solve?
Right. I was
You
like, with any kind of fight camp, you run into so many problems. And if you can't handle it, yeah, you should probably get out of the kitchen, right?
Exactly. And I think it's really good because it's a motivating factor that he'll be there in the building anyway. In my personal
Right.
opinion, who wouldn't want to perform amazing in front of their coach?
Yeah. I really want to be able to show off what I've been working on for the last couple of years. And, I didn't really get a show off in the last fight. And then I had to withdraw from the fight previous. Like, I was supposed to have one in April.
Yes.
There was a lot of health issues.
I remember.
Actually, it stemmed from the LFA fight. I had gout and I was passing uric acid kidney stones. So that wasn't good.
No.
And then actually this last one I was going to fight Candace Miracle, and I couldn't. They found a lump in my lung.
Oh.
Yeah. So I thought I had cancer. Like, the worst things popping in
Yeah,
your head.
of
Like,
course.
but then we did more tests, and like they said it was like an anomaly. It's not there anymore. So, like, yeah. So I had a whole bunch of scares the last year.
Well, you know what? A lot of people have had some weird shit with their lungs in the last year or so.
Yeah.
Enough from, I think, multiple things, but stemming possibly from all the same thing, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
We don't want to. We don't want to.
We're not going to say it. We're not going to say it, but we know what we're talking
right
about.
now. I've been good on my podcast about it, unless it's about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because it's out there. What's there to sit there and like you're
Yeah.
not gonna change anybody's mind at all. It's not
Mhm.
like, well, I mean, we're not personally going to, but like what's going on and affecting people will, because like I'm seeing some wild shit right now, especially living in New York, which
Oh yeah.
times to be alive here.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I everything that's been going on in the last year, and then probably, yeah, what you're witnessing is it's just, I don't know, it's kind of mind-boggling with all this stuff.
It's insane. It really is. It's like one thing after another. That's like, honestly, it's like, all right, well, you have to deal with that in regular life. And now we have to deal with it like here. Are we ever going to get a break?
Yeah, probably not.
No.
But you kind of have to like, just, I don't know, roll with the punches. That's the fighter term.
It's true. It's true. We're living in that man's infomercial, but wait, there's more.
Oh,
Was that what was it? OxyClean or shit? But wait, there's more. We're living
yeah.
it's life. It's that movie Groundhog's Day, but like everything gets like crazier.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It doesn't stay the same. It just gets crazier and crazier.
Yeah, it's always something, and it's like one up it.
I'd rather just like my personal life be crazy and not like everything, like one or the other.
Yeah.
Too much of everything.
Yeah, it's like your life and then the world, and it's like too much.
Oh yeah.
Too much.
One or the other would be perfectly fine. Both at the same time, it's like enough. Enough is enough.
Agreed. I'm kind of over it. I've had my fill.
And honestly, like training has been probably the best thing for me in that respect. It's really helped so much that I don't know how people don't do something physical, or even like a I shoot pool, anything, and I just don't understand how people don't have something. And like it's a testament to that they should have left places that you can be physically active open the whole time, because it's great for your mental health as well. I don't understand how people just stay still. I don't get it.
No, for me, like I absolutely have to, otherwise I would go crazy. It's kind of the only thing that makes everything that's kind of going on inside disappear. or what's going on, like that I'm having to deal with my personal life, it just goes away, and I'm able to really focus and grow in martial arts. I hate how people get stuck, and I've been there before. But honestly, it's the only thing that makes all that stuff go away. I've never really, I used to do, I'm an artist. I like to actually write songs. I like to sing. But all that stuff, like, it's not the same. It's not the same release. So, and that's probably because it's the physical and you're just having to get your hands dirty in there. Because even when I'm getting my ass beat in training, like, it's still, when I'm driving home, because it would be a 2.5 hour drive home, I would still feel so good that I was able to get in there, and I would think about what I did wrong. And I'm like, okay, next week, this is what you're going to work on. This is like, you're going to see it, and you're going to attack. But yeah, it's so different with the martial arts, or like going to the gym and getting just a good lift, or going for a run. Like, just, I think it is the physical, and plus your body feels so much better, and those endorphins, gotta have those endorphins.
Oh, being outside, there's just so many benefits to it.
Vitamin D.
Super necessary. Like, we need that,
Yeah.
there's many, many, many good things. And even just like for people that aren't professional athletes, it's just so good to keep moving. One of my friends, she met somebody that was like 93, and the woman like looked like they were like in their 70s. And she said, "What's your secret?" Just keep moving.
It's true. I think those people who stop, that's the people who you see having all these health issues, and just kind of like giving up on life.
Oh yeah, I
And
used to laugh at people when we were younger that walked the mall. I'm like, "Wow, look at these old people."
I know, it's like, oh gosh, they had it, like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm a jerk. I'm like, look at these motherfuckers got no life. Like, when I was younger, I didn't get it. Now I'm like,
Right.
"Oh, that's cute."
Yeah, well, and like, those speed walkers.
It's true. Yeah.
I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be a speed
We're
walker.
people one day, like walking the mall at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, where else?
Oh,
I want to walk the mall with my friends.
oh man, it's so funny. There's actually, I don't know this guy, but I see him every day when I take my daughter to school. He's walking his Cocker Spaniel when it's like hot, cold, like rainy, like they are always out, him and his Cocker Spaniel, always. And I'm like, that's awesome. Like, he's dedicated. I'm like, I'm too cold. I don't really want to run in the cold, because I'm a little wimp when it comes to that. But it's just because my feet get numb and my hands get numb. I can't feel them. But some of us are made a little tougher. So I'll give it to that old man. He's definitely got it.
That's good. Like, I can't take the extreme cold. The heat I can do. I can do really hot. I can't do really cold. No.
It's so weird. I can do like ice baths, but the cryo, because it's so quick. 3 minutes in, and you're like,
sorry, then
I'm done.
Sitting outside for 5.5 hours, or even for 15 minutes running or whatever, is a lot. It's just, oh yeah, I'm not into that. But I'd rather be hot. I don't know why. It's.
I'm a summertime chat. Like, I was born in July, so I love the summer. Like, I am all about that heat. I mean, I would spend 45 minutes to an hour in the sauna, which is not probably good, but just because I like it and my body handles it well. And I would be outside working 12 hours in, like, it could be 115 degrees. And I'd be out there in the garden just working away. But, I don't know, like, my body's weird. I can handle certain things, some people can't, but it is what it is.
Mental thing too.
Yeah, that is true. The mental does play a huge role in all of that, being able to handle the outside elements.
there's a lot of people that just aren't, they're not into it. They're not built for, I'm not into like being in an office all the time either. So like I get, the,
Well, in some offices, there's no windows, and it's like when you feel like you're in a room, you kind of feel trapped, and not only that not having that vitamin D, not having that sunlight, or just the fresh air. Like you need it. You need it. Being trapped in a room or a house or something where it's just you're not really absorbing what you need to, it's not good for your mental health and not good for you physically. So I definitely like to be outside if I can.
Yeah, you're supposed to have a lot of natural light, and you're supposed to have a certain amount of natural sunlight a day without having sunblock on. And there's got to be something to be said for that. That like, I get sunblock, but I also like wonder. I'm like,
I don't wear sunblock.
Did they tell you
I won't
the sun for?
I won't wear any of that. I won't wear any of that because okay, I think about this. Back in the olden days, were they wearing sunblock? Did they have were they suffering from cancer? No, all this man-made crap that's got like just all these chemicals and things in it, like we're absorbing that into our bodies. How do you not realize like they didn't need it back then, so why do we need it now?
I couldn't agree more. And people are like, oh, well, we didn't know about. No,
there really wasn't. There was no issues like that.
Good for us. That probably also doesn't help that. There's so many things. I don't think there was any lack of skin cancer. I just think there was lack of shit that people were putting on their body and ingesting their body.
Yeah. I feel like, well, I mean, we've been ingesting so many man-made things, like just chemicals and
fake food,
things that we just don't need or our body does not absorb.
Oh, absolutely. People intake far too much food that they don't even eat. And I say it all the time. People eat way too much.
Yeah. Really? Portion control. You can have those smaller meals and like spread it out.
That's actually better for you, they say, to have smaller meals and spread it out.
That's what I do. I don't like to have a big old giant meal because then it just makes me feel gross.
Yeah,
it's
I feel gross.
Heavy. I feel heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The what? Say it again. Sorry.
I want to feel good. I don't want to feel like shit after. Like
right.
Who wants to feel like that? If you want to eat, you want to enjoy it.
Yeah. Like my diet basically is chicken, rice, and veggies. Like I really don't go and eat crap. If I've got a carb that I really want, like sweet potatoes, I'll do that, but I really don't eat any kind of processed foods. Like I've pretty much been cutting all that stuff out, and all I drink is coffee and water or tea. Like I really don't put anything else in my body because I used to do the energy drinks. That stuff is the worst. And I mean, I guarantee you just tears up my stomach and my intestines, and it's just, I'm done with that. So I don't like all the processed fake crap that we got in this world. So I'm really trying to stay away from it and not really, put that in my body.
I don't blame you. There's nothing good about it. Again, they didn't have all that stuff back then. And people lived longer.
Yes. Yeah, that's sometimes I wish I would have been born back in the day. not now.
People now to use stuff that they've been like I drink all the time, and I've been promoting it for like 2 years. Chaga mushroom that I extract and drink in a water. So I make it like a thick tea, but it's not thick. It's just I extract all the shit, and then I let it cool down, and I put it in the refrigerator, so it's more like an iced tea. And then I make a frankincense water. So I extract all actually I take the it's like looks like resin, but it's not. I've got the frankincense resin. I've not used it yet, but I've got it, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. So good. So what I do is I put it like one teeny little piece. That's all you need in a
Yeah.
crock pot, and I heat it up till it melts down. And it might get sticky on the sides, but you have to just clean it. Brillo usually works.
Yeah.
So you melt it down, and I let it steep for like a couple hours, and then I cool it same way that I do with the chaga mushroom, and I drink both of them together.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
It's
I'm gonna have to try that. I'm
Oh,
going to have to try.
and I just got butterfly pea flower, and I got it from a tea shop, but it's a hibiscus flower that they dry,
Uh-huh.
and they call it butterfly pea flower. And it's really
Oh.
good for you. It's full of like antioxidants and hyaluronic acid.
Oh, heck yeah. Then I need to try that too. It's like, I need to try that.
And if you like sweet potatoes, there's Japanese sweet potatoes, which are purple on the outside and white on the inside,
Uh-huh.
full of hyaluronic acid. Fantastic for
Wow.
your skin. Yeah.
I could probably find that in the city, at one of the like Whole
Shopping.
Food places.
You can
'Cause-
probably get it from you'd be shocked at the rush that at the supermarkets that have it. You'd
Uh-huh.
be shocked. A lot of them have it. You just never really notice it.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
I never noticed it till now. Now I'm like, oh, I see it everywhere.
I was like, we only have like a Walmart here, and because I'm a small town,
Wow.
a Walmart. So would they have it at a Walmart or somewhere like that?
Never know.
Yeah.
I've been seeing
Probably not here, but maybe in the city,
Maybe.
because they have, the city has always a lot more stuff versus small town Woodward.
They're so good. All I do is I cut them up in slices, and then I bake them with like 350, and I put coconut oil on top
Ooh,
with a little
that
bit
sounds-
of cinnamon.
ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah,
I need to try that.
yeah, they taste very
Wow.
sweet once they're baked. They're so good. I tell everybody, get them. They're great little snacks.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. That's awesome.
Me too. Well, it's better than getting sick. Like people get
Yeah.
sick from the shit that they eat. And I say
Yeah.
it all the time. Like one of the biggest detriments to like our generation and younger people were the vaporized cigarettes.
Ugh,
More
yeah.
so than anything, because they made it seem like it was better for you because you weren't smoking real cigarettes. But what it did is it was 10 times worse for you. I'm not gonna say one of my friends is like not doing well, and it was directly from them.
I think I know what you're talking about. Like I've heard about that. Like is it popcorn lung?
That's
or
not
something like that?
actually that's not it. She's got something completely
Oh.
different, but it's from that
Ooh.
two different things that are caused directly from them, and
Yeah.
they are FDA approved.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are FDA approved that should not be FDA approved.
Arguments I've been having with everybody the last couple of weeks. I'm like, I've been on things that like people have died from because
Yeah.
it's FDA approved.
Yeah,
Oxy,
there's a lot of things that are
all those
approved that are just terrible for you that you should not be ingesting.
at
I
all.
mean,
Red
no.
dye 40.
Oh gosh, yeah, that one's
Terrible.
that's like in everything.
Yes. It's to enhance it, like ketchup has it. Anything red has it in it, and even like stuff has a minuscule amount of it.
Yeah, it's
So bad for you.
it is. There's a lot of stuff that I'm just like, it's just makes you shake your head. It's just like, what is, like, why are we doing this to ourselves?
And in other countries too. So it's like, it's wild times, but that's why I talk about all the stuff that I eat and drink, and because people should be, I'm like,
Yeah.
I really haven't gotten sick, and I can't tell you how long because of the stuff that I do.
Right. Yeah.
Last-
And I've taken a lot of like supplements too. But my supplement, like all natural supplements. You got to get your vitamin D,
Oh,
your vitamin A,
Vitamins.
your magnesium, your potassium.
Look up
like I've been
all
taking.
that's in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I definitely need to try something new that's not pill form. I hate taking any kind of pills or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I take a Calm, like, have you heard of Calm? They have Calm gummies. It's a magnesium
I feel like I have.
supplement. That has always been the best thing for me. Like, it helps me sleep at night. It helps my muscles recover because, you're sweating out a lot of that, all your everything.
Yeah.
So I try to make sure I'm putting that back into my body, but in the most natural way versus, oh, I'm gonna go get this processed bag of health food, but I can't even pronounce 90% of whatever's in it, all the ingredients. So I'm like, nope, I don't want to.
It's true. You like the shit that like people accept and do. It's incredible and it's insane. And I'm gonna send you all the stuff that's in chaga mushrooms, like all the little things that are in there, all the minerals and vitamins and all that shit.
Oh, good.
Shocking. It's probably got
Yeah.
like everything.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, because even like people think hyaluronic acid is just great for your skin, but you should take it because it's in your body, produces it naturally, just like collagen, but it depletes over you.
Yeah.
And it's not just great for your skin. Hyaluronic acid is a hydrator. So not only does it hydrate your skin, it hydrates your joints. It's a joint lubricator. So it's really great.
Oh,
Everybody should be taking hyaluronic acid. Fighters, listen to me. I know what I'm talking about.
yes. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna do this. I need it. I always need it.
And
I do,
have
like
really bad
joints.
Terrible joints. So I'm like, anything I can do that's not like MSM. I hate the taste of that shit. Chondroitin, I don't like that either.
Yeah.
That'll work. That's supposed to be good for you. I'm like, let's try it.
Well, like I definitely need it because back in July I sprained my MCL and tore my meniscus. So yeah. And then 10 weeks later, I was enraged in the cage doing a match. And then a week after, I found out that I did all that.
Yeah,
But I was like, well, I've been training. I think I took 2 weeks off. That was it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I jacked myself up. So I need some lubrication on my knees.
And you need a sponsor company to send you it. So sponsors,
Yes.
we both need some hyaluronic acid that is ingestible. Preferably, I like the company NeoCell. I think that's what it's called. I get a lot of their stuff from like the Vitamin Shop, one of those places. I was seeing it only in a pill, and they were like, "Oh no, we make it in a liquid." I'm like, "Shut up." Everything's better in a liquid because you're going right. It's not you lose
the bioavailability of the liquid. Yeah, because you just absorb it faster and you get it in your system faster. I am big on that. I do prefer the liquid or
powder.
I steep like mullein leaves, like steep that and take it in a tincture. It's so much better for you. Yeah,
so much better. People don't realize like it's actually vitamins are a racket in that respect because you really don't get a lot out of them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't take like normal vitamins at all. So.
The gummies are probably the best in that respect because
it's easier for your body to break it all down and absorb it. So
I would assume it'd be better.
Yeah. Well, and I'm trying to think of like the gelatin. Well, I don't know. It depends if, the gummy has the gelatin in it, but yeah, it should break down in your system so much faster because pills just don't. I've literally done like a little test and thrown like pills in and watched it and waited to see like, why is this not like just dissolving? It just stayed in its form, but kind of got a little cloudy, but like you don't even break that stuff down. Like your body does not absorb it. So
you're just taking something that doesn't even do anything. That's why I like vitamin. What do I have? D 13, whatever it is, D3.
K2.
It's in this.
Is it D3, K2? Okay. Yeah, D3. It is.
It's like the vitamin E. It's in like the little squishy thingy. Like that. I like that stuff because your body's breaking it down. It's easy.
Yeah. That's the liquid
gel. Yeah, I like that. That's the best way to do it. Even collagen now they make in a liquid. Everything is crazy.
Yeah. Well,
that are rich it's so funny. They'll tell you can never eat enough foods that are rich in it. And it's like, funny that you say that.
was like, I think you can.
I do. I think especially if you're not like, no, if good foods and stuff that's healthy for you, you can't eat enough of it.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I lots of like spinach and kale.
Yeah.
Those are my
Body,
favorites.
great for your skin, great
Yep.
for everything.
Oh yeah. Well, and I do like a beet juice detox.
Beet
With
juice is
like
fantastic for you.
oh, it's awesome. Oh, it's the best like energy booster. Within like 30 minutes, I am like, whew, all over the place. Like even when I was teaching kickboxing, the ladies would be like, "Did you have your beet juice today, Mitzi?" Like, yeah, I did. They're like, "You're on another level. Like, come on now, bring it down just a little bit." I was like, I can't help it. It's so good, and I love it. But no, it's
Thereby beet juice.
yeah, the carrot juice, beet juice, lemons, and Granny Smith apples. I put it all together. You should try it. It's so good, and it just helps you with everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna have you text me all the ingredients and that
Yes.
later on, so that we can. I definitely want to start doing stuff like that, because you know what? The more recipes that we all send to each other and the stuff that like works, why not use it? Enough people don't, and it's funny because all that stuff has great properties. Lemon has a lot of benefits to it.
Yes.
People don't realize how many.
Oh yeah, like that's what I was taking, the lemon water. I was juicing lemons, and then I was also like cutting up lemons and like putting it in my water to just infuse.
Yeah.
But I was taking like shots of lemon juice and like cucumbers when I was dealing with the gout and my uric acid kidney stones, because I was trying to break up those stones. So and it helped a lot. I feel like it really flushed out of my system because of all that. Otherwise it would never have.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's what natural, like that's what, we should be able to heal our bodies with all the natural stuff that, God placed on this earth. That's how I feel. So
Absolutely. And I'm sure it helps a lot, with fight camp and everything. That probably helps
yeah.
through it all. You're not band-aiding stuff and taking just like, that's the thing. People don't realize a lot of stuff that they do that you're given, by doctors are told to take is just a band-aid, and the problem's still going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't like taking a lot of pills. Even I'm just not a pill person. So I really like to take the all natural route for anything. Like even if there's something medically wrong with me, I would rather do the all natural, because your body is going to respond better to it than man-made anything. So that's in my opinion. But not everyone's going to agree with that, and that's fine. But for me, it works.
Yeah. Same. As much as I possibly can, I'd rather do things naturally. And most of the time I do better with that anyway. And anything that I've ever done naturally, like if the last resort is go to the doctor, it's stuff that like the doctor would have told me or said, like, I would have told you to do that anyway. I'm like, oh, good. WebMD works for something.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's so funny when that happens. I'm just like, well, yay.
Exactly. Because
exactly.
you can identify as that now, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to sound like a complete piece of shit, but if Brandon can be president, sure, I could be a doctor.
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I had to say that.
I know. I love it. Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. If Brandon can be president, I could be a doctor.
That's right. That's right.
Really. And I mean, as a journalist, I keep on saying, I don't know who that woman was, but as a journalist, great segue. She pulled that one off, or tried to. I think
I know.
Brandon, bitch.
Oh, it's so funny.
But the best is all like the Congress people that are on the floor saying it. There was an older guy, I can't remember his name. And I'll have to look him up. It was so funny. And he said this whole thing about how everything was like shitty and it was great. He like berated them verbally, and all of a sudden he's like, and let's go, Brandon. I was like, yes.
Oh, I love it.
They're wearing the mask that say, let's go, Brandon. I'm like, wow, it's the funniest reality show I've ever watched.
Oh yeah. And I mean, I've been, because clearly fight camp, I'm kind of like trying to have blinders on, focus. But yeah, I think it's funny. I mean, everyone should be able to say how they feel, freedom of speech. There's reason, and they can believe whatever they want. That's the beauty of freedom.
Wasn't that going on forever? Everybody was like, the things they were saying about, the tangerine and, Orange Man, all the shit they were saying about him. I'm like, oh, this is actually not that bad, what we're saying.
Yeah. I mean,
kind.
People are gonna get mad, but it's like, okay, do we want to be hypocrites, or should we allow everyone to have their own voice and have their own opinion? Whether you agree with it or not, everyone is allowed to do that.
Exactly.
So
freedom of speech.
That's right. That's right.
It's a beautiful thing that we still have that freedom.
I know, and I pray it don't get taken away. So
I will fight till my dying breath for that.
You have to. I
am out there like a crazy person still, and I mean not like, I'm not out there like half the people in the world are out there, but
no, I know what you mean though. I know.
Yeah. And I've calmed down in the respect of like, there's not much I can do. You know what I mean? I've done everything I can.
Yeah. Ultimately,
up to God.
People, yeah, exactly. You can't force it, because sometimes you try to shove something in, and you're like, it's not working. It's not working.
Yeah, no.
You just gotta let it be. So.
And I keep myself away from people that I know are gonna like, piss me off or get me where I want to say something. You know what?
Yeah.
We're not gonna do this.
Yeah.
This because it's not going to go anywhere for me, and it's not going to get you anywhere, and we're just not going to do this, and I'm not going to be around, and actually it's self-preservation really works. It makes you feel alive about life.
Yeah. I was like, I've kind of just I've just stayed, like I said, I've kind of just got back on focus on my fighting, and because I was out there a little bit, but it's been such a weird thing. Yeah, we are like, it's just been.
It's so funny because I see we all do. We're all like, we're in, and then we're out in the room, and then we're out.
Yeah, we know.
We're always on the same path with that shit.
Yeah,
and it's so funny because it's like it's taken me so long to realize that there's just at this point, that's it. There's not much I can do anymore, and into all the protests, I can't go to anymore. I'm over, and people are like, well, when you get labeled a domestic terrorist, you might want to stop.
Yeah.
Not that I care.
It's just, I know, but it's just like, it's frustrating. Like, where some people they get to have their opinion. They get to stand up for what they believe in. Why is it that not everyone gets that?
Absolutely. And it's just,
that's mind boggling to me that, I've lost a lot of people because of just my opinion or my, my views, or like, I care about the kids. Like when it comes down to it,
that shouldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah, that shouldn't be. No. And
behind that, we got problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like we have to protect our children, and that's with everything. All those influences that are, because believe me, like my past as a child, I was messed up at a young age from some pretty bad influences. And going through a lot of experiences myself is why I believe the way I believe, because I don't want to go into details about things, but that's for a later day. But there's reasons why my opinions are shaped the way they are, because I went through some things that were messed up as a child, 5 years old, and being exposed to things that I shouldn't have had to deal with. But it messed me up as a kid. It really did. And I want to protect my child. Being a mom, I have to protect her at all costs. And I'm not going to let people influence her the way I was. So that's where I stand on a lot of stuff. So
thank God. What they're pushing in schools, and I see it. People like, oh, that's not, I'm like, it is happening. I see it. When kids are
Like-
12 years old talking about their sexuality and like, I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's
Like,
ugh,
I don't
ugh.
I'm pansexual. I'm sorry. What? No. What? You don't
Yeah, I
know.
can't even, it is, you're stripping their innocence away from them.
Absolutely. And people don't see it. And I'm like, I don't even have kids. And I see it.
Yeah. And the moment someone tries to do that to my child, it's not going to be good
Oh yeah.
at all. So I am mama bear. I will.
You know what? We need more of them because that's, it should be where everybody has their hard line is the kids should be everybody's hard line as a
Yeah.
fighter
Yeah.
or no. That's the one thing we should all be fighting for, whether you're
Yeah.
fighting physically or you're out there, fighting in any way possible. That's the one thing that we should be fighting for. And I don't care if my channel gets pulled down, but they are coming for people's kids. And that's just
I know.
very obvious, but it's also obvious that people are not into it. If anything, yesterday showed, with the election and it's insane. The
And
amount
so
of
I
everything.
hadn't really got to be like,
Girl, I'll give you
you know,
to it. So many, it was like a red tsunami apart from New York.
oh wow.
And
Oh,
that's,
wow.
it was only like really the biggest win in New York was the guy that won mayor,
Yeah.
Democrat. The rest, lots of Republicans, and the Democrats are saying this was like almost like you can't come back from it bad.
Yeah.
That's how much they lost. I mean, locally, all the Democrats I know lost. Any of them that I
Yeah.
know lost locally, it's insane. And I was like, I don't even feel bad. You know why? Not one of you stood against what's going on and said, I don't agree with this. Not one of you stood with us and said that I don't agree, that I'm not into the mask mandate, the mandates of the vaccines. Not one of you stood for freedom. Not one. And that's why I don't
Yeah.
feel bad for any of them. Because you want to know what? Not right. They should be
No.
everybody should want freedom and they shouldn't go, well, our party, fuck your party. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not about parties. It's about our liberties. It's about our freedoms. It's about
room. Read the room. Look at how many protesters in. How don't they see it that people are not into this? Well, they just got a really big fucking taste of that down to local politics. And I'm like, it serves them right. They should have said something. They should have stood against it. Stand for something because you're going to fall for everything.
I was about to say that. Yeah. Cause that's one of like the biggest things that I've always said is that, if you won't stand for something, you will fall for anything. And I'm not about to be that kind of a person to where I just fall in line. I'm just going to do whatever anyone says to do. And
Did that for
I'm sorry, you have to use critical thinking,
yes.
like critical thinking
Yes.
in anything.
It's
So yeah. And people just like, oh, the incentives, like I'm going to do something because I'm going to get something free. Like, okay, I'm sorry, you couldn't pay me $1 million to do something that I don't want to do. And it doesn't matter. Like, if I don't feel like it's right, I'm not going to do it. Money can't, like, you cannot buy me.
Me neither.
Sorry.
I wouldn't work.
Like, I had this conversation with a couple of my doctor friends and my physical therapists and things like that. Like, we had a conversation. They like asked me if I would, do something and for for $1 million or something. I was like, hell no. Actually, I said, F no. Like, nope.
Didn't pay me.
Nope.
I told people I would sooner break my sobriety.
Yeah,
I'd sooner say, you know what, you want to do that? Okay, so why don't we go talk about giving me something really fucked up in a controlled environment? So I'll sit here and I'll take that instead and roll my chances with that because I trust that more.
Yeah, it's just,
I went off on me and we'll talk about that because that's pretty much what you're doing to me mentally sticking. You know what I mean? I can't. No, there's nothing in me that's ever going to, they can't take anything away from me that they haven't taken from us already. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I will go live in the woods if I have to. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care.
no, I'm the same way. I'm like, I could go live off in a camper if I needed to. I'm perfectly fine. I did it for 2 months in the summer.
There's a lot of us.
Without an air conditioner. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's
Been through worse.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I can handle some pretty messed up, and I'm pretty simple, but I'm also like, I don't need a lot.
Yeah, me neither.
And that's the thing. Like, I really don't need a lot to be happy. I'm very simple. And I prefer it that way because I feel like people make life complicated because they feel like they need all this, or they need to keep up with the Joneses, and
Yes.
or they've got this, so I've got to have that.
Yes,
Like,
they can't be happy with
no,
what they have because everybody else has something, so they want something, so they want what
yeah,
somebody else has, but they're not happy with what they have, and that's every.
yeah, and that it's sad. That's a sad way to live because it's just like, will you ever really be happy? Because how can you ever be satisfied if it's always something, oh, there's always something better coming
Yeah.
out, That's
People won't ever be happy. No,
no.
I don't think that they will. I don't think they can.
Yeah. You have to just allow yourself
Yeah.
that, to be like it. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's
I'll go off on
absolutely
that.
true. And I mean, enough people again they're too controlled with so many things. And I do blame that on like not just social media, but like, we have like
It's We've
technology.
been programmed to
Yeah, we have
think that
on
way.
our wrists. I don't, thank God I don't wear the stupid wrist thing, the iWatch, whatever. But you got your computer,
No watches on my hand.
you got
No,
your,
it's like me having this or a phone, that's about it. I don't have
it's enough. I
all
don't.
the fancy bells and whistles, which I mean, if you work your ass off and you want that, that's fine. That's fine, because you know what? Everyone has the right to live the life that they want, and they're allowed to have those things. That's perfectly fine. But for me, no, I don't want it. So, and that's why I say I'm pretty simple. To be, it don't take much. Like, I just want to be able to eat my food, cook my food, be able to walk outside. If I need to go drive somewhere, like be able to drive, like keep it simple, it's not that much, but some people, you have to like conquer the world to try to make them happy. And even then they're not. So
Yeah. It's hard to make people happy. And you know what? I am not in the business of making people happy anymore. I tried to do that for so long that now I try to make myself happy. And when I can help other people and make them happy, I do. But I used to go out of my way too much, where I was like letting my happiness fall to the wayside.
actually, that's actually kind of what I'm going through. I've been kind of, I've always sacrificed my own happiness for others, and trying to please them and trying to make, like, just it's not worth it. I've literally realized, like, all those, because really it's just a lot of narcissistic people and selfish and toxic people that I've always tried to please, and just want to make them happy, or want them to love me. It's ridiculous. And actually, I am purging all those kind of people out of my life, because I deserve happiness, and I don't need to waste my time or like take away my peace. I need peace. And the best way to do it is to separate myself from those people. And I've already done it for quite a bit, and I'm actually a lot happier getting those kind of people out of my life, because they took advantage of me, and I don't want that anymore. And I definitely don't want my daughter to see yes, I want her to be kind, but I don't want her to be a doormat for those kind of people, because she is the sweetest girl, and she just wants people to love her and other kids to love her. And she's got, like, that's the same way I've always been. So I don't want her to be like that. And so I have to be an example, and I can't have those kind of people in my life to influence me or influence my child in that way, or take advantage of us. So we're not going to do that no more.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah. And in recognizing those kind of people, seeing the red flags, always being kind. You can be kind. You just don't have to open up everything just to let people have that.
Absolutely.
The wall is up a little bit, but it has to be. It really does, because you have to protect yourself and for me, at this point, I am protecting myself at all costs, and I am protecting my peace because I have been in such a toxic place for about 13 years.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm getting rid of all that kind of toxic bull crap that kind of made me a shell of a person. So I'm doing much better now that I purged it all out.
No, you look, I mean, I haven't seen you in that place, the last 2
Yeah.
years, and when
Oh
I
yeah.
see you, you look exponentially better and better and better, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It's like you finally get your power back
yeah.
when I don't want to say people try to take that from you. I'm not gonna name names or anything, but yeah, I definitely let people control me, and I won't ever let that happen again. So yeah,
And you
it's
shouldn't. You're
nope.
a fighter.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like when you're made to believe that you're not worthy and you're not good enough and all that, then you start to believe it. You really do. You start listening, and you're like, they're right. Maybe they are right, and you
Yeah.
lose your confidence. You lose your fire, your shine, all that, and that's not a way to live. You can't be a shell of a person, and you can't just exist. I know I'm meant for something great in this world, and I've always known that, but for a long time I didn't believe it because I was led to believe something different,
Mm.
that I was just meant to exist and that was it, and I am not that person. I know I'm meant for more, so I'm just never going to go back to that, and keep moving forward and just keep growing.
Absolutely. There was just a really dope orb that flew behind you.
I know. I just saw. I was like,
And, oh my God, like just seeing the dopest orb behind.
yeah.
I didn't know if you saw it. That was really cool.
Yeah, it shows up on my. Yeah, it actually, it was a little bit ago. It did it too a second ago, but
saw it earlier too. That's so funny. And as you're like getting work, like it's like the more positive that you're talking about it, like was really strong too.
Yeah.
And with that, I think that this fight, you winning this fight on Friday, is another step in your journey to greatness and to the next step of what you're going to end up doing. And I mean, I'm so excited. I'm never going to ask any fighter their game plan. I think that's foolish, but I know that everybody's going to want to know, what can we expect out of you on fight night, Friday night?
Well, of course, I'm gonna be throwing these hands. Man, I just really I want to come out with fire. You know what I mean? I really want to entertain everyone, but more importantly, I really want to prove to myself, like, I know what I'm capable of, but I need to actually be able to do it. I've had so many blocks and people or situations or anything just kind of just get in my way, and for the first time I really just I'm ready to just unleash everything. There's so much inside me right now. Yeah, I'm ready to go crazy in that cage. um I would like to really showcase some of the new stuff I've been working on, but clearly I don't want to give that away. But I would hope that I can finish this in the first round. Like, that's what I really would love. If not, let's take it to the second round or to the third, but it's going to be a hell of a show. And I think it's going to be entertaining for everyone to watch. And definitely either fight of the night or performance of the night. I'm saying I'm taking that.
And you are the main event, so that's even 2 more bonuses would be absolutely amazing added on.
Oh yes.
A fantastic night that you are headlining. And I think that that is absolutely amazing, especially with a year that you've had and, the time that you've had.
Yes.
You could use a amazing night to showcase your talent and who you are and who you've become. And I cannot wait to hear and hopefully get to see it, which would be awesome. I'm sure somebody's going to put it up on Facebook. People usually do.
Oh yeah. Or I mean, that link will be up, so if people want to watch, they can purchase it. I think it's like either $20 or $25. I'm not sure, like a little pay-per-view. But it'll definitely be awesome. And it's not just MMA. It's combative jujitsu and some just Brazilian jiu-jitsu matches as well. So it's all three of those combined, and it's all ages. So we got kids in there going to be fighting, and I'm excited to see the kids go in there because it's so much fun. They've never been in there, but they're in the cage and they have a huge crowd and everyone's cheering. You know, it's such a good experience. I wish I could have had that when I was a kid. Like, I wish I could have been in martial arts and I had done that. I started earlier, you know, but I didn't. It is what it is. But, you know, I think that's awesome for those kids, because guess what? When they start young, they're going to be beasts when they're teenagers, 20-year-olds, you know, like they're going to be monsters. And that's how the game evolves. Like you got to start them young, and get them in there and get them really, you know, give them that experience, because that being in that cage, you know, you get those or not the endorphin, but the adrenaline dump. And that, I like my first fight, it was bad. Like I lost all feeling in my arms. So it's good to get that out of the way when they're kids, because then by the time they're a teenager, man, they could be taking on like 20-year-old, 30-year-olds and just dominate, because they're already used to the cage and they're already used to that feeling. And, you know, it's awesome. I'm excited to see all that.
I'm excited for you. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear about it and how it was. And maybe we'll do a podcast about that.
We should
sing a podcast. Get that.
Yes. I know. I need to.
Is there anybody you want to thank or anything you want to get out there that we haven't talked about?
I have some sponsors.
Time.
Drip Cultivation is like my biggest sponsor, and they are awesome. It is a grow, a medical marijuana grow.
Oh, awesome.
But they are, yes. And actually I work for them now. So it's, it's awesome. They are amazing people, Sarah and Michael. I love them. They're great people, and they're doing big things in Woodward. But I think it's just going to get bigger for them. And I absolutely cannot wait to kind of watch how they evolve. I've got them, Iris Hayes, that's my mom, my sister, me, that's our little family business. We're a little boutique. And my mom does like the repurposed home decor. So we take wood that has been, you know, from a lumber yard that's old wood, or an old barn, like go tear it down. We take that wood and repurpose it. And my mom is just amazing. She has like the crafting skills. It's insane, because like I'm an artist. I could draw your face and paint you, but I can't do the crafting. I don't know why, but I just can't. My mom is amazing. And it's just like, it's so cool how she comes up with these ideas. And my sister, she's got the connections. So she's like our social media girl. And so she knows what to do and get those ladies in the door. And I'm just kind of like the muscle, even though I'm the small one, I'm the muscle. I'm more of the laborer. I'm better at that.
Love it.
But yeah. And I've got First Roll Jiu-Jitsu gear. That's my guy, Brian Posey. He does my designs, like the Mauler design, like my walkout t-shirt, my banner. He designs all that stuff for me. So I'm just really, really grateful to have him in my corner always. He's been there from the get-go and made my stuff. So him and his wife are my best friends. So it's awesome. But obviously Julia Vila for being my coach on this camp, because everything was done last minute. Like split, can't go into all the drama of the splitting of the gyms, but yeah, she stepped up and took that position. And I'm so thankful for her, because honestly, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to have a coach. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but you know, when you got to deal with that kind of stuff, and you just got to take it on the chin, you know? So I'm very grateful to have her in Outsiders Combat Club. And then obviously Dylan Smith with Shawmat Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So happy that I am fighting my place. You know, I feel so good being there. It's an amazing feeling, actually. Like, I get on the mats and I'm happy, and like all the people there, they're so happy, and it's just like there's no egos involved, and it's a good experience. And I needed change, like for my soul. I needed change.
Yeah.
So I absolutely am so happy to have these people in my life, and make these changes, and just, you know, keep growing. But yeah, that's really it. Oh, and my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, and my baby, my little girl, Jade. You know, without her, like, I do this to be, I want to be the best example for her that I possibly can be. And I obviously want to give her a good life, but I just, you know, without her, I wouldn't be able to do it, in all honesty. So, right. But yeah, that's about it.
Where can everybody find you, Mitzi?
Oh, I'm on Facebook, so you can look at Mitzi Merry, or my fighter page, the Mauler. I'm on Instagram under Mitzi Merry, and yeah, Twitter. You can look at Twitter. I've got Mitzi the Mauler Mary, my Twitter page. So yeah, that's it.
Amazing. And I cannot wait to see you in the cage Friday night against, oh gosh, I just can't believe I forgot her name, Torres.
Yeah, Erica.
First name. I have her last name, Erica.
Yeah, you had it. You're halfway there, 50%.
I like to be 100%. Cannot wait to see you get your hand raised Friday night. And I definitely think we should do a podcast after to talk about everything else that happened, your experience, you know, through the weigh-ins, through the fight themselves, after, the whole nine.
Yes, we definitely have to do that. I am down for it, girl.
Amazing. Well, I'm very much looking forward to that, and I cannot wait to see you again Friday night fighting. I wish I could be there, and we will have it happen one day. So have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for taking an hour out of your time.
Well, thank you so much. Love you, girl.
Love you. I'll talk to you later, girlfriend.
All right, bye.
That was awesome.
I was like, I can't actually